What's up, friends? So I'm gonna do a Spanish lesson, and this is about pronunciation. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you some rules on how to pronounce words. So hopefully this will be very beneficial to you. So, guide to pronunciation. Spanish spelling is an exact reflection of the pronunciation of the language. The pronunciation of each letter is subject to precise and consistent rules, and words are pronounced by adding together the sounds of each individual letter. So, let's go to vowels. Vowels, the sound of the vowels are clear and short. Pronounce the examples. So, letter, A, E, O, U, Y, pronounced like A, the A in father. Examples, la casa, la tapa, Panama, Canada, Canada. Because there's a little accent over there. I'm going to teach you that as well. Panama, Canada. The E has two sounds. The E in café, the when final, and the E on set elsewhere. So, for example, elefante, come, vive, verde, que, pero, es, hotel. The I in machine. So you pronounce it like an E. Sí, cine, comida. All right. Then the O, two sounds. The O in hope, oso, otro hospital. The O in for, if followed by R, doctor, profesor. The U in rule, uno, tu, puro. Written U with this little two dots over here. When pronounced with G-U-E, we, and G-U-I, we, güero, güira. All right. So I don't know if I need to translate these words as well. So, okay, la casa means a house, la tapa means a tap or the lid, Panama, you know what that means, Panama, Canada, elefante means elephant, come means eat, vive means live, verde means green, que means what or, yeah, means what, pero means but, es means is, hotel means hotel, sí means yes, cine means movie theater, comida means food, oso means bear, otro means another one, hospital means hospital, doctor means doctor, profesor means professor, uno means one, two means you, puro means pure, Agüero, this is a last name, like Sergio Agüero. Huira is an instrument, a musical instrument that is normally used in Cuban music. It creates a percussive sound. Then, okay, silent in we, in ge, and gi. So you don't pronounce the, you just pronounce ge, and you pronounce gi. For example, guerra, guitarra. Okay. The Y in Spanish is just an E. E, soy, I. So, okay, this one means, guerra means war, guitarra means guitar, E means and, soy means I am, I means there is. Okay, all right. So let's continue. This is what we just read. So consonants B and V, they sound the same in Spanish. There's no V sound in Spanish. So the B in bold, when they occur at the beginning of a breath group, when they begin at a breath group or following L, M, or N, softer elsewhere pronounced. Softer elsewhere produced through slightly open lips. Okay, so let's show you some demonstrations. So remember that this is like the B in bold. Baño, burro, embargo, alba, el vino. Remember that there's no vino in Spanish. It's pronounced vino with a B, with this B right here. El voto, invierno, Cuba, la boca, Habana, la vaca. So baño means bathroom, burro means donkey, embargo means, it's the same as in English, embargo. Alba, I have only heard that one on the last name of somebody. So so for example, the soccer player from Spain, Alba. El vino, the wine. El voto, the vote. Invierno, winter. Vamos, let's go. Cuba means Cuba. La boca, mouth. Habana, Havana, Havana. La vaca, the cow. In Spanish, the B and V have the same sound. So that's what I was speaking about. They both have the same sound. The sound of English, V, does not exist in Spanish. Again, as I said, this V right here does not exist in Spanish. So I guess a very simple example is like victory. In Spanish is victoria. Victoria. They are spelled almost the same. Okay, so C, the C in cat before A, O, U. So when you have a O, or a U before the C, it's gonna sound more like a C in cat, or like the K in Kellogg's. So for example, camisa, color, concreto. Okay, so shirt, color significa color, concreto means concrete. Before a consonant. Okay, so the S in cell before E or I. So if you see this E after the C, it's gonna sound more like an S in cell. Centavo. Or if you have an I, it's gonna sound like an S as well. Cita, cinco, chocolate. Okay, I'm jumping the gun. So okay, so the CH in chum, that's how you pronounce it. CH, chum. Chocolate, chorizo. So chocolate means chocolate, chorizo means chorizo. Centavo means cent. Cita means date. Cinco means 5. All right. Let's go to the next one. All right, so the D has two sounds. The D in dog, when it occurs at the beginning of a breath group, or following L or N, the TH in other elsewhere. To be honest, I have never noticed this sound in Spanish from Mexico. I grew up in Mexico, and mostly you just pronounce the D all the time, just like in dog. But I guess it has a little bit of TH. So let's pronounce these words. Donde means where. Falda, falda means skirt. Conde, conde means it's more like a ruler, some kind of ruler. Like a king or something like that. The TH in other elsewhere. Boda, boda. I guess, yeah, it has a little bit of tongue on on the tip of your teeth. So it's boda, poder, verdad, nada, cada, estudio. Yeah, I guess it does have a little bit of th. Boda means wedding. Poder means power. Verdad means truth. Nada means nothing. Cada means each. Estudio means studio. Okay, so the F is just the same as the English F. Futuro, fila, oficina. So futuro means future. Fila means aisle. It also means queue. Oficina means office. The G in game. The G in game before O, A, O, and U. So if you see the G before the A or O or a U, it's gonna have this sound as in game. Gato, gusto, grande. Actually, I rolled that R on grande, grande. Okay, so let's go. Or before a consonant, the H in hat before E or I. So if you see the E, just like here, after the G, this is gonna have a sound like an H. Okay, so genio. Genio means genius. It also means genie. Género, gitano. Género means genre, like genre of music. Gitano, I don't know what's the word in English. Gitano, not sure. Okay, gato, because it's before the A with a game sound, and H sound if it's before the E or the I. So, genio, generoso, gitano. Okay, the H is silent. In Spanish, okay, so you don't pronounce this as in hombre, you pronounce hombre, and you don't pronounce this H. It is silent. Hasta, hablar. Hombre means man, hasta means until, y hablar means to talk. The J, English, H. It can also be given a slightly guttural sound. So, okay. So we have Juan, ojo, mujer. So this J in English, the H in English doesn't have that guttural sound. In Spanish, you have a little more guttural sound. So you can put some emphasis, and Spanish speakers do often, but it doesn't sound bad if you just pronounce it as the H in English. So let's pronounce it with a little guttural sound. Juan, ojo, mujer. So that's a little bit of guttural sound. Okay. K, English K. So the same as in English. Kayak, kilometro, kiwi. So kayak is the same as English. Kayak. Kilometro means kilometer. It's 1,000 meters. Kiwi the same. It's the fruit. L, English L, but with the tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. So the L in English is more like L, without touching too much the top of your on the tip of your tongue. So let's pronounce it and see if you can get it. El. Oh yeah, so you touch the top of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. So el, hotel, mil, palo. Okay, so el means he, hotel means hotel, means mil means 1,000, palo means stick. Okay, double L or double L, the Y in beyond, or in some countries the S in pleasure. Okay, so caballo, this is how you pronounce it in countries like Mexico, El Salvador, other not Uruguay. This sound, the S sound, is more typical of places like Argentina or Uruguay. So, okay, so caballo, bello, llave. So caballo means horse, bello means beautiful, llave means key. And how would you pronounce it in Argentina? It would be caballo, bello, llave. All right. The M, English M. So the same as English. Menos, cama, morrón. So menos means minus, cama means bed. Actually, it's marrón. Dije morrón. I said morrón, but it's actually marrón. Marrón, which is the color. It's kind of brownish kind of color. The N, English N. Nota, nación, nariz. Nota means note. Nación means a nation. Nariz means nose. Okay, it was over here. It was much easier to read over here. So en nota, nación, nariz. Then this word, this letter doesn't exist in English, but it's pronounced, it's called ñ, and it's pronounced as cañón, cañón, canyon in English, or onion. So let's give you an example. Mañana, España, señor. Okay, mañana means tomorrow, tomorrow. España means Spain. Señor means Mr. P, English P, but not explosive. So see how I pronounce it? Plosive. It's that's how English and Spanish doesn't have that without the puff of air in the English sound. So papel, persona, pobre. So it's kind of softer. Okay, so then the Q, the K in key, found only in the combinations of key, K-U-E and K-U-I. So this is the only places how you're gonna find it. Quito, queso, equipo. Quito means like to take away. Queso means cheese. Equipo means team. Okay, so it's pronounced just like a K in key. R, the DD in ladder, ladder. A single tongue flap. Okay, so just one flap. Caro, barato, para, hablar. So, caro means expensive. Barato means cheap. Para means for. Hablar means to speak. The R at the beginning of a word or after L, N, or S is trilled like RR. So kind of like, okay, exaggerated. So at the beginning of the word rosa, el río, Enrique, because it's after the N. So, okay, las rosas, it's beginning of the word, rosas. Okay. Okay, the double R, a trio or tongue roll. There's no equivalent sound in English. That's why it's so difficult to explain this word in English. And it's because the double R does not exist in English and the sound does not exist in English. So you're just gonna have to do your best to pronounce it, and hopefully you'll get it. So, okay, double R. Perro, perro, horrible, carro. So without exaggerating the double R, it's like this: perro, horrible, carro. Yeah, it's actually it rolls pretty well. So it means dog. Perro means dog. Horrible means horrible. Carro means car. All right, so how to pronounce the S? It's the same as English S. So the same as the S in English. Sopa, salsa, blusa. So soup, no, it's not salsa, it's sala. Sala means living room. Blusa, blusa is normally like a shirt for women. So that's a blusa. T, English T, but with no explosiveness. So also the T in English is very explosive. So with the tip of the tongue against the back of the upper front teeth. So tip of the tongue, the back of the front teeth. Okay, torta, talento, tesoro. So in English, the T is more like let's well with this word right here. Tip is very explosive, and in Spanish it's not as explosive. And you place the tongue on the back of your front teeth. Torta, talento, tesoro. All right. The V in Spanish is just the same as a B, as in bold. Okay, so we already spoke about that. There's no V sound in Spanish. W, the letter W exists in Spanish only in words of foreign origin and is not considered part of the Spanish alphabet. Okay, so this one you're just gonna find it in languages from foreign countries. From I don't know, in English, there's a lot of English words in Spanish as well, and they have adapted those, and they're normally pronounced as a U, or very similar to you would pronounce it in English, like the word Stewart, like John Stewart. It will be pretty much the same. The X, English X. Okay, so experto, examen. Experto means expert, examen means exam. The Y, Spanish double L, the Y in beyond, or in some countries, the S as in pleasure. So these countries that they're speaking about over here, where it has a sound like an S, is mostly South America, and it's mainly Uruguay and Argentina. So let's pronounce these examples: papaya, papagayo, ayer. So papaya is a fruit. It's like a orange fruit. It's very sweet, delicious, with black seeds inside. Papagayo. Not 100% sure this one on this, but I think it's a rooster. Ayer means yesterday, and how you would pronounce it in places like Argentina is papaya, papagayo, ayer. The Z in Spanish, this Z doesn't exist really. The sound is just the same as the S, as in cell. Azul, brazo, luz. So azul means blue, brazo means arm, luz means light.